A new year gave you something most people waste, a clean page. No debt from last year's failures carried forward, unless you choose to carry it. The question is not whether 2026 will be different. The question is whether you will be different in it. Think about how much time you spent last year in motion without direction, busy, but not building anything that will matter in 5 years. Locking in doesn't mean doing more. It means doing less, but doing it with total precision. Cal Newport's research on Deeport shows that the ability to focus without distraction is becoming rarer, and rarer skills are worth more. The people who win in 2026 will not be the ones with the most information. They'll be the ones who can sit with one task, undistracted, for hours, while everyone else fragments their attention across 15 tabs and 3 group chats. So before anything else, decide what you're locking in on. Not 5 goals, not 10. 1 or 2 things that if you actually finish them, would change the trajectory of your entire year. Most resolutions fail by February, not because people lack willpower, but because they never actually decided. They listed. A list of 10 priorities is really a list of 0 priorities, because attention split 10 ways accomplishes almost nothing meaningful in any single direction. Take an honest inventory of last year. What did you say you'd do that never happened, not because it was impossible, but because it was never actually the priority? It was just something you mentioned when someone asked about your goals. This year is different only if you made the hard cut. Now, pick one thing, write it down. Everything else becomes secondary until that one thing is handled.
Locking in means saying no to almost everything. Every notification, every low-value conversation, every scroll session is a small vote against the life you say you want. You don't need more time. You need fewer distractions eating the time you already have. Elon Musk has openly discussed how he schedules his day in tight blocks, cutting meetings down to mini, because every unnecessary inroads is the fed from the work that actually moves the needle. You don't run a rocket company, but you have the same 24 hours and the same leak in the bucket if you don't plug it. Ask yourself, what is the one habit that if you killed it today would free up the most focus? The late night scrolling, the friend group that only talks about other people, the show you watch out of boredom instead of intention. Good. Not what you said, Claire. Locked in people don't negotiate with their distractions. Every distraction feels small in the moment, which is exactly why it's dangerous. 15 minutes here, 20 minutes there, none of it feels like a crisis. Janavir krijgt de ganses fout spent on nothing can matter to Achulaku. You don't need a pulse, you need structure. With the app receiving the urge to open, point your phone in another room instead of promising yourself you won't check it. Locked-in people design their environment so the distraction is simply unavailable, not something they have to fight moment to moment. The filter isn't about becoming joyless or robotic. It's about protecting the hours that actually move your life forward so aggressively that the leftover time can be spent guilt-free on rest and relationships. Discipline in the right places creates freedom everywhere else.
Now the pace changes, because locking in isn't a mood, it's a rhythm. You build and protect every single day. Morning, you attack the hardest task first, before your willpower gets spent on smaller things. Ronaldo doesn't wait until he feels inspired to train. His mornings are built around the same non-negotiable structure, whether he's tired, sore, or unmotivated. You build that same engine, same wake time, same first task, same refusal to check your phone in the first hour of your day. This is how you turn intention into identity. Repetition, not motivation, is what locks a habit into place. Momentum compounds. One locked-in day becomes a locked-in week. A locked-in week becomes a locked-in month. And by the time everyone else is still deciding what their New Year's resolution even was, you'll already be 3 months deep into results they can't argue with. The engine doesn't run on motivation because motivation is unreliable. It shows up some days and disappears on others without warning. What actually drives consistent output is a system so simple you can run it even on your worst day. Design your morning so the first 90 minutes are protected, automatic, and non-negotiable. No decisions to make in the moment, because decisions are where willpower gets drained. Just the same sequence, executed the same way, regardless of how you feel when you wake up. Track it, not for perfection, but for honesty. A simple checkmark each day you protected your locked-in morning gives you undeniable proof, weeks later, of whether you're actually building the engine or just talking
2026
about
is
building.
not going to wait for you to feel ready. It's already moving. The only question left is whether you move with intention or get dragged along by whatever distraction is loudest that day. Lock in means no more half effort, no more I'll start Monday, no more watching other people execute the plan you talked about a year ago. You already know what needs to be done. You've known for months, maybe years. The gap between where you are and where you want to be isn't information, it's execution. So decide right now, not later today, right now, what is the one thing you are locking in on for the next 90 days, no matter how you feel on any given morning. Write it down. Say it out loud if you have to. Then go be the person who actually finishes what he starts. 2026 belongs to the ones who lock in and refuse to look away. There will be a moment, probably sooner than you expect, where the initial excitement fades and the daily grind sets in. That's not a sign you chose wrong. That's simply what every meaningful goal feels like once the novelty wears off and the actual work begins. The people who make it through that flat middle stretch aren't more talented than you. They just decided in advance that they weren't going to quit when it stopped feeling exciting, because they understood boredom and difficulty are part of the process, not evidence that the process is failing. So when that moment comes for you, and it will, remember this exact instruction: keep the system running anyway. Don't wait to feel motivated again. The engine you built doesn't need motivation to keep moving. It just needs you to show up and run it one more day, all the way to the result you locked in for.